Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where this solemn music is appropriate. If you've been paying attention to posts, or anything regarding the previous video other than its actual content, you will know that, unfortunately, Windows forced me to install a Windows update. Yes, it finally happened. The update occurred. And that update bricked my install, as it tends to do. For whatever reason, I don't know why, it happens a lot to me. Maybe it's my certain hardware setup, who knows. Regardless, RogueTech stores its saves in the program files folder, which was wiped when Windows did its factory reset. Lesson learned on not having a backup on that one. I will be doing backups from here on. However, we have to start again. We just got somewhere. Like, we just finished the Argo. It's so frustrating. Unfortunately, it is the way it is. The unfortunate thing about this timing as well is that we're in Season 1.5, which we don't know how long that's going to last, but the next major upgrade, the handheld rework, that is going to invalidate saves. So we know that when Season 2 starts, we know for a fact that this save that we're starting today will be wiped. With that in mind, we can start ourselves a 1.5 season, and we're pretty close to the start of the 1.5 season, so I guess it's okay. I have not changed... Actually, I think I changed maybe one setting, but nothing impactful, really. I think all I did was enable additional units. So, let's go ahead and get this started. We have no save games. Yup. We're going to have to create a new one. We're going to leave this pretty much exactly where we were before. And actually, 1 second here. I want to just double check. Okay, we are currently on difficulty by company strength rather than by planet rating. And I'm actually going to leave it on that. That is the one thing that we changed. If I hate it, then we'll change it and go back. But I think right now, it might not be the worst concept to leave it where it's at. This is the default difficulty, and we'll just leave it at the default difficulty, and we'll leave it at the default scaling as well. That does mean that we're not going to be able to go back to lower difficulty planets to get particular parts, I think. But we'll feel it out. I am more experienced in RogueTech now, so we'll see how this goes. I am definitely very, very sad to lose that save, though. It feels like we always just finish the Argo, and then the save is invalidated in some way. I know I said that this would be a Season 2 playthrough, but this is actually only going to be Season 1.5. When I said that previously, I did not realize that Season 2 was going to come with it a guaranteed reset of campaigns, so that's fine. We just know what we're getting into here. We know this is going to be an abbreviated season, so we'll just see how much we can get done. It should be faster than the previous season to get back to where we were, though. Well, eventually this will load. This is, of course, the first time startup, which can take a little longer because I had to do a completely fresh install this morning. So, let's see what we end up getting. It's always interesting to see what our starting mechs are like. Eventually this will go. And I think we'll not go Davian this time. I'm actually thinking about maybe allying with a clan. I know, heresy, right? But, I mean, those clan double heat sinks are pretty good, right? I mean, they're really good. The clan double heat sinks are really good, and that's pretty much exclusively the reason why I'm considering doing this. Oh, I suppose while we're waiting for this to load, I could pop over into display capture, and we could just go through the RogueTech configuration here. Yeah, it's going to minimize the game, but that's fine. So this is our current configuration and what we're going to be running for Season 1.5. This is the major change here, is the difficulty scaling. Previously, we were on difficulty by planet rating. Now we're on difficulty by company strength. And that does actually help our online progress. So, sure. 16.5 million C-bills per half skull, huh? Okay, and it counts the most expensive mechs you can drop. So yeah, this is pretty much exactly the same. I did add in, I think, a couple more era mechs there. I think that's the thing that I did, but everything down here is completely the same. So this is the 1.5 settings that we're going to be using, and we'll just see how far we can get before the next season starts up. So let's pop over into game capture now that this has finished loading. Excellent. So, let's not go with Davian this time. What are the options? Actually, we can't... Oh, this is actually what we were born in. It doesn't really matter. I guess, how many choices are there here? Somewhere around 10? Oh, this is kind of loud. Okay. Can we adjust this? Yes, we can. Funnily enough, I did have this adjusted previously. There we go. Oh, and I do want to actually play audio when alt-tabbed too. There we go. Excellent. So, should we just randomly generate this? I mean, we could call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to rimward periphery, and it's 5 per screen. So that's 10, 11. Okay, I'm going to pull up a random generator here. I like to use random.org. And let me just switch over into display capture to show it. Yes, I guess I'll allow your cookies. And we can choose between 1 and 11, not 112. We'll generate that. We are 9. Fantastic. So that means that we are Trueborn. We are a clan's Trueborn, bred to be the ultimate warrior. Sure. Our interest had always been, looks like this is 1 through 5. And it's 5. So we are a loner. Fantastic. Coming of age, we chose the career of 1 through 8. Okay. 4. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We became an Inner Sphere mercenary. Okay, so we were a clan Trueborn, but we were a loner, and so we became a mercenary. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and randomize all of this. Overhead, Freya Iglesias. This did automatically randomize us as a she, and that's fine. This is a very interesting portrait for a she, and I guess we'll go with it. This is all pretty much randomized, but I wanted to run this randomization one more time. There we go. And as far as our actual skills go, I think that just stays as is, right? Yeah. So we'll confirm that. Wonderful. War is indeed business, and business is indeed hell. And here we are, on our very own Argo. We're apparently Mason's Marauders, that is of course the default name, and let's just go ahead and, that's the memorial, let's go ahead and change that. We're going to, of course, change this to, let's go with something along the lines of Atreides Co. Perfect. As far as colors go, I don't really care all that much. I suppose we could go with something kind of... I know what we could do. We could go for as magenta as possible, so that when the shaders inevitably fail to load... I don't think this is particularly magenta, but whenever the shaders inevitably fail to load, then we're good. I am colorblind, and I think over here this looks to me like this is magenta. This over here looks blue, but I'm going to assume that it's magenta, and hopefully I am correct on this. Wonderful. Make our mechs just garish, I assume. Colorblind is hard. Okay, let's just choose something largely at random. We'll go with this. Okay. There we go. And there we go. That speeds up, or that catches up nicely. Let's see what we start with, shall we? In our barracks. Well, hello, a mech warrior. Okay, so we've got a mech warrior back, and we've got Scrub too.
Aye, aye.
Okay, so we've got both of them. Perfect. Those are, of course, both from the last campaign. We'll give a mech warrior a point in gunnery and piloting. Boot camp, we will do exactly the same thing. Gunnery and piloting all the way. For Death Crusade, gunnery and piloting. Wonderful. For hacker, we will go with... I just realized I am still on display capture. Let's pop out of display capture. There we go. That's better. Everybody gets the same training right now.
Yes,
that will change. Okay, LaFay here has some decent tactics.
Standing by.
We'll definitely make use of that. But she's going to need to work on her gunnery. There's no doubt about that one.
Standing by.
Scrub is going to go ahead and get gunnery and piloting, as you'd expect from Scrub. And Wildfire, gunnery and piloting.
Mech warrior training complete.
There we go. And what do we have in our mech bay? This is the danger point. Fingers crossed. Please be something not like, please be something mediocre. That's what I'm going for here. Please be something mediocre. Okay. What do we got?
Check out this mech bay, Commander. Pretty
Actually,
great, right? Just set up like this.
Welcome to engineering.
oh, hi engineering.
Happy to
We'll come back to you. Actually, this is not bad. We've got a Centurion here with an AC-20 and an LRM-10. I'd want to refit that most likely. We've got a Raven here, and this Raven is running Narc. And not a lot else. Okay, and we've got a Javelin here. Javelins are always entertaining. Running SRM-6s? Sure, that's not terrible. Got a Fireball here. And what does this guy run? A machine gun and 2 medium lasers. Okay, that's kind of terrible. I mean, what do you expect for a 20-tonner, though? Realistically. A Vulcan with mask, I'd want to ditch the mask for sure. XL engine, that's a bit of a yikes on a Vulcan. Ultra AC5 is not awful for a starting equipment, but we're going to want to rework that for sure. Priority 1, of course, is always to get additional tech points, or even better, to get another mech bay going. Repaired power conduits is what we need to do that, and let's just immediately dive into it.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Perfect. Okay, so I think we're pretty much ready to deploy here on our very first mission in Season 1.5, except for the previous ones that we ran that Microsoft cheated us out of. Okay, so let's just go ahead and deploy this then. What do we got available? Okay. Drop weight limit here might not be too bad. What is that actual limit? I want to check. 400 tons? Sure. And there's a Nidhogg there too. I'm potentially interested in running additional salvage. We're gonna need it. Here's a thought. Should we ally with Space AT&T? That's the thing we could do. Actually, I think I'm gonna throw up a poll. I'll throw up a poll on who we should ally with. I think I can only get like 5 options in there, so that's going to be interesting. But regardless, we'll go ahead and run this. And we do see that Nidhogg is in there. Oh, and we do have a Scimitar as well. And we can deploy up to 6 units at once. So that's fine. We will have our Centurion be here and our Vulcan be here for sure. We know for a fact that we're deploying those. And I think we'll deploy our Raven and our Scimitar and Javelin. Just go straight down the tonnage line here. Oh, this is vehicle only? This is vehicle only. Okay. I should have thought of that. I absolutely should have. Now, we don't have anybody with any affinities right now. I do wish there was a way to retrain affinities, like get rid of them. Have them decay to nothing so that you could get a mech warrior used to another mech. Maybe there is, and I just don't know it. But for now, we're going to pilot the Centurion, and I think that we'll have... LaFay can only do mechs. It would be nice to have her in the Scimitar, but I think we're going to put her in the Raven here. Do we have anyone who can only pilot vehicles? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll put a mech warrior into the Vulcan who can only pilot mechs, and then I think we'll put, say... I mean, I'm used to Scrub being a vehicle pilot, so we'll put Scrub into the Scimitar, just so that I can remember that nice and easily. And then I think we're ready to deploy this. This is going to be kind of a shock to my system. It's been a while since we've been at this stage of the game. Okay. I definitely wouldn't have chosen this. And I will point out, I am beginning to do save game backups. It's something I should have been doing previously, absolutely. And feel free to call me out on that one, but I will begin doing that starting today. So in theory, we shouldn't have this happening anymore. And they will even not be backups on the same computer. How's that for exciting? So we need to destroy the ComStar Lance, which of course means there's, what, 6 of them, I think? ComStar. Due to logistical issues, we have only a single heavy air asset to task with the destruction of an isolated enemy force. We'd like to hire you to fill out the unit to full strength and provide support. With any luck, we won't have to do much more than confirm kills. Easy money, Commander. In theory, we'll see if it's true. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy and see those beautiful magenta mechs.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, do we have any allies? No, we don't. Sounds good. And I think we'll just deploy right over here. I mean, we can see that there's... The ComStar Lance is out over here. Yeah, this is a fine location to deploy. We'll deploy right here. Excellent.
What are those? Trees?
Okay, so we can see it's
Whoa.
way out there.
Look at
That's
this
fine.
place. It's so...
And the Nidhogg... Oh, I didn't see this wasp in the trees there.
Trees?
Okay, there's a wasp in the trees,
Trees.
and there's a fire bee out in the water. Okay, we'll just position here.
Rolling.
That was that fire bee. Sure. Missile pods. Okay, we don't have any bombs on this Nidhogg. Our hit odds aren't great. I probably should have reserved. And I'm not going to fire a missile pod here. We only have 4 rounds there.
Engaging.
Okay. I'm not shocked that we missed.
Failed to connect.
Okay. Where are the rest of the ComStar units, is the question. Okay, that's a fire bee on the ground. Okay, so they have 2 fire bees out there. Luckily, our Nidhogg has AMS. This is not a shock, of course.
Yep.
We need to reserve until this wasp moves. We need to just let them go. That is a flea. Right? Or a locust? One of those guys. Ooh, that's a hunchy. Okay. That's potentially a threat to us. The wasp moves up. Fires on the Nidhogg. Does not do anything. Okay. So we clearly need to eliminate this wasp.
Waiting for orders.
Our scimitar is going to move up to here. Now we do have dead fire ammo in this LRM-15, and we have tandem SRM-2s. Okay. We also have standard ammo. I think we fire the dead fire here. It's really bad hit odds. This isn't a shock. Our mech warriors are awful. We actually got a structure exposure there. Oh boy, wasps are weak. Okay.
Receiving
So we'll move up with our Raven.
Copy that.
And I would love to narc this guy. We'll see if we manage to. This is LRM-15 Longfire in narc mode. Okay. Ah, we did get a couple narcs on there.
Critical hit, Commander.
And we're getting close to legging that guy.
Yeah?
Sure. The Centurion is going to close in over here a little bit, but we're not super close. And we're not going to fire that AC-20, not that we can, but we can fire the LRM. We do actually have swarm LRMs in this. And that's what we'll fire.
How can I
And
help?
then a mech warrior in the Vulcan is just going to sprint in as close as he can. This isn't going to do wonders for his hit odds, But we'll give it a go and see what he gets. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next round. They have somebody out there that we don't know about. That would make sense. They are a ComStar Lance, not a Clan Lance.
Ready for orders.
Or Star, rather. We're going to move up with our Nidhogg here. And yeah, looking at these hit odds, we absolutely fire this. Of course, we don't fire the AC-10, but we do fire the missile pods, and this could very easily kill this Wasp.
Locking on.
And indeed it did.
One less target.
Okay, so threat points. The next threat point is clearly that Hunchback. That's a 1G, running 2 ballistic weapons.
Ready for orders.
Okay. We're going to move up with our Raven to this position.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Oh, that's all we need. That's an LRM weapons carrier out there. Okay. We absolutely need to armor strip this Hunchy if we can. He's going to be a problem. We did get an arc in there, so that's great.
I've got your back.
The Vulcan is going to sprint in as close as it can over here. We may not want to fire the Ultra AC-5. What are our hit odds on that? And also... Okay. We can take this off of X2 mode. And just fire a caseless AC-5 in X1, where we won't jam and we have slightly higher hit odds. Okay, that's fine.
Gods, I missed.
Indeed you did.
Good to go.
Our Scimitar is going to move up over this way. Actually, we're going to move up even closer. Reason being, I want to hit this Fire Bee as hard as we can with our Deadfire in tandem. Couple of hits there. We'll take it. Okay, that's a Galleon out there. Fire Bee closes in. Fires on the Scimitar. Okay. A little bit of damage there, but not too bad. Another Fire Bee closes in. Also fires on the Scimitar. Again, not too bad. So the ComStar Lance does actually only have 5. Good to know. We're going to close in a little bit with our Centurion here. And we're going to fire... I would like to fire on that Fire Bee. That's going to be what we're going to have to do. Do we want to do this with Swarm LRMs? I feel like we have to.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
Those hit odds are just so low. Okay. We'll just get a little bit of splash damage in there. Hunchy moves up. Fires on the Scimitar, misses twice with its... I believe those are rifles. I don't believe those are autocannons. The question is what weight of rifle? Okay, missing shots on the Scimitar. That's fine by me. Okay.
Commander.
Our Nidhogg is going to advance up here just as quick as it possibly can.
Acknowledged.
Up we come. And what are our hit odds like? 39.5. 59.2 on the Hunchy on the Ultra AC-10. What's that like for rockets? Exactly the same? We do this. Get that armor strip in there.
Engaging target.
Nice. We took out a heavy rifle. That's half of its armament.
Good.
That is very good. Very lucky there.
Commander.
The Raven is going to move up, and we're going to fish for crits in that exposed torso. Absolutely. If we can take that out, the Hunchback is completely out of the fight.
Locking on.
20 narcs. Okay. That'll be nice. So there's definitely a lot of enemies. Of course, going against ComStar, we knew that would be the case. No damage to the Scimitar there. These Fire Bees, I don't think are all that threatening. They're going to run out of missiles eventually, but not for a while, I would assume. Yeah, that's fine. And of course, that Locust isn't very threatening either. And then out here they've got... What is this guy? An LRM carrier and a galleon. That's not too bad. And now that we've got half of the threat of that Hunchy gone, I'm really feeling good about this. 21.7, 29.8 versus 48.7. I think we fire this in X2 mode on the Hunchy.
Roger that.
Nice! The medium rifle is also gone.
That was a critical hit.
That was a really lucky shot. And just like that, Hunchy's out of the fight. I mean, he could melee, but he's not going to do any real damage to us.
Yep.
We're going to close in with our Centurion, and I'm going to sprint the Centurion in. Our Centurion's lagging behind a bit. Just checking hit odds here. I think we standard LRM this guy for armor shred. Yeah, not very much there, but I didn't expect much. So at this point, I kind of want to move in with the Scimitar into the rear arc of this fire bee like this. Yeah, his flame's on the way. I don't think we care. We can probably kill this fire bee. Oh, wow. Look at those armor amounts. We can definitely kill this fire bee with this backstab. Light him up. We could, but we didn't.
Solid connection on that one.
Okay, that's fine. And the Hunchy moves up and melees. This is not a shock. That's the only thing it can do, but it missed. That, of course, means that it loses its evasive because it's no longer unsteady. Great. Okay, next round.
Talk to me.
The Vulcan will close in. And I kind of like this position.
Aye, aye.
Is this strong side on the Hunchy? I think it is. No, this is weak side on the Hunchy. Oh, wow. He made a big mistake. Okay, so that Hunchy is pretty close to dead.
Orders?
The Nidhogg is going to come up over here. And honestly, I think the Nidhogg might go for the Locust with the quad missile pod. Do it.
Target confirmed.
Okay, that Locust has AMS. But it doesn't matter. It's knocked down. We just did a ton of damage to it. Things are looking very good here. Very, very good. The fire bee moves up. Fires on the Vulcan. We don't care. We can do that.
It's barely a scratch.
Indeed. Next up. We do see there are multiple vehicles out there. I do want to take a look at what another one of those vehicles are. I see there's 3 up here now. And I think that's one more than I expect, or not really expect. Ah, there's a couple of Inner-Sphere standards up there. They're a little spooky. Okay.
Good to go.
The Raven is going to come up here,
On my way.
and it is going to fish for kills on that Hunchback. Couple of crits there and a head hit. I guess it's okay. We're going to step up with our Centurion, of course. And the Centurion... love to go for that fire bee, but I think we're actually going to go for the Hunchy. We're going to fish for kills again here.
Attacking from position.
That was a fair amount of damage into his CT. Unfortunately, it's not a kill. So is it just these 4, or do they have a 5th out there? I don't know, but we'll find out.
It tickled.
And we got some decent AMS going in there.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, our Scimitar is, at this point, going to... We can get in over here, and actually that's... We're actually just going to pull in over this way. Or pull back a little bit? Pull back a little bit. I'm not going to sprint it, I'm just going to move it.
Run.
Yes, our Scimitar may take some fire here. I think it'll be okay. light up this Firebee's rear arc, and hopefully we won't split our damage up quite so much.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
There we go.
One left target.
Excellent. Weapons carrier firing on the scimitar. We are not shocked by this. The Locust just failed to stand up. The Hunchy moved forward and can't do anything. So that's great. Next up,
Standing by.
our Nidhogg, I think is going to come out here and engage these guys. I would love to see the Nidhogg engaging the Inner Sphere standards out here. It's a very good unit for that. So we see that there are actually 3 of those. That's a little spooky, to be sure. I'm going to Phantom Mech. And we're going to try to light these guys up. We'll see how successful we are.
Roger that.
Surprisingly successful. I don't know if these guys have armor repair. They may be Harjal. We'll see.
Waiting for orders.
The Raven is going to step forward here.
On the move.
And I would love to kill this Locust.
I copy.
Right, it has AMS. I forgot about that. I'm dumb.
Miss.
Very effective AMS on that one, too.
How can I help?
Okay, so our Vulcan is going to come forward here. Is this a charge? Yes, this is a charge. I would prefer not to charge, so instead we're going to come forward and position here. Do we go for the front arc attack on the Firebee? I feel like we do, actually. I mean, this guy has very little ammo, or very little armor, rather. So, yeah, I think this is fine.
Everything I've got.
Sadly, we missed basically everything. That's okay. Okay, the Firebee decided to melee our Scimitar. That's fine. We don't care. We can do that. I am definitely concerned about the fact that they have that many elementals. Or, well, technically it's battle armors. Those are not clan units, but even so, I'm concerned about this. We can't see out there to see if they have started running out of ammo on those mag shots. But we'll see. The Centurion will advance, and the Centurion is, I think, going to fire on this Hunchy. Hit odds are low, but this is weak side.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
Man, we hit with the AC-20 and didn't get a kill there? I'm a little surprised by that. It must have hit the leg. Although that would be a weird thing to hit, given the LOS limitation. Luckily, he missed again. Yeah, we did absolutely hit the leg. Even though we couldn't see the leg. Exciting. So the Scimitar is going to, I think, make its way over this way. And go for the kill on that LRM carrier. It's pretty much done its job over here. And let's go for that kill. I think we can absolutely get this. Oh yeah, for sure. Wonderful. So we can see our very first mission here. We're against 10 units. That's exciting. The Locust failed to stand up again. That's fine. No worries there.
I'm here.
The Nidhogg, it is out of quad missile pods. But we're going to come in over this way, and we're going to continue firing on this Inner Sphere Standard, which does not appear to have armor repair. I do want to check as long as we're here. Okay. Yep. They're not running out of ammo just yet. That's fine.
On target.
Okay. A little bit of damage into that Inner Sphere Standard, but we don't want them to melee us. That's the primary thing. Rude. We don't care about this Nidhogg, though. It is not ours. Definitely rude. Okay. Next up. That one moves. Did he backstab? I think he might have backstabbed his friend there. Yes, indeed he did. That is very interesting for us. We're going to move up with our Raven.
Location confirmed.
And our Raven is going to, I think, go for the kill on the Locust. It's not ideal in terms of positioning, but it does trigger the AMS.
Talk to me.
Which actually isn't all that useful. For some reason I was thinking that we had another missile boat, but it's our vehicle. Oh well, I'm just not used to these mechs just yet. And let's finish that Locust. He will definitely die to this. Right?
Take that.
Side torso destruction, but he's actually not dead. But the Locust has very little left. Firebee moves up, firing on the Centurion. Okay. That's fine. They can do that. We don't care. Okay,
Yep.
our Centurion is going to close in over here. We're going to go for the kill, finally, on that Hunchy. Hopefully we actually get it here.
Let her rip.
Nope. That is not yet a kill. It's incredibly close, though.
Standing by.
The Scimitar is going to move up over this way, and we're not going to go for the guy who had structure exposure. We're going to go for the guy that we've been shooting at previously. And we'll take, I think, a third evasive pip and
Commander.
some cover. That'll be fine. I do want to stay back, though, actually. That doesn't have the correct LOS. So it'll have to be this position.
Heading out.
Okay. Not my favorite position for it to be, but we'll shred some armor off of this Inner Sphere Standard. And actually, that wasn't bad. Got a structure exposure there. The Hunchy can't do anything, of course. Okay. Next up is our Nidhogg, and our Nidhogg is going to position behind this guy.
Acknowledged.
And we, of course, are going to hope for some crit fishes here. Or even just a straight-up kill.
Firing.
Unfortunately, we did not get it. It's not a surprise, of course. Okay, it's fine. No real concerns there. We'd prefer that they attack the Nidhogg than anything else here. Sure. That's okay, too. I don't mind that. They just... This guy turned his back to our Scimitar, didn't he?
Got
Fascinating.
your back.
Our Vulcan's going to walk in over here and just step on this Locust. I'm not going to bother firing the Ultra AC5 here. We'll save the recoil bonus, and we will instead
Copy that.
just kill this Locust. Boop. Fantastic.
What a waste.
One dead Locust.
Battle mech down.
And phase 17, this guy moves, fires on the Scimitar. That was a lot of hits.
Internal structure damage.
That was a whole lot of hits.
Orders.
Okay, our Raven's going to walk up over this way, and this is fine. The Raven is going to fish for a kill on that Hunchy. It's so close. It is so close.
Roger that.
Surely that's a kill. It's not.
Reporting critical hit.
That is insane. How much health does this guy have? 3. He has 3 health. Oh boy. Now the Scimitar is likely to get blown up, right? But we can still make use of it here. And I'm going to move the Centurion over here.
Got it.
I don't think I want to go for the Hunchy. Although looking at these hit odds, I kind of do want to go for the Hunchy. I'll just not fire the AC-20.
Okay, I'm on it.
There we go. 1 dead Hunchy.
Target destroyed.
Good. Next up,
Receiving you.
the Scimitar. So it is on the left side. Okay. But we need to have this guy be the one that we get in behind. And we can do that. We can position something like this and have our left side be quasi-safe. This is flames on the way, though. This may blow us up. And I don't see a way around that.
Position confirmed.
Okay. We didn't die to the flame damage. Although, boy, was it close. I want to finish off this Inner Sphere Standard if we can, although these hit odds are terrible, and we could go for the Galleon instead and probably get the kill. The Galleon only has machine guns. But trading the Scimitar for the Galleon, I think, is okay. We didn't get the kill. It did not happen. Damage spread out too much. Sad. The Galleon fired back at the Scimitar and missed. Okay, we'll take it. And now this guy moves and kills the Scimitar, I'm sure. Actually, the Scimitar still lives. It will definitely die next time that these guys move. And we may end up permanently losing it, too, because vehicles kind of suck now. So that's something we'll have to consider. And just looking for a position where we can actually move this and still be in rear arc. And here's one.
I'm your spaniel.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and hopefully get the kill on this guy. It'd be nice if we did. Just checking hit odds here. Okay. I doubt we will.
Gotcha.
But that was a lot of damage.
Oh, I like that shot.
So that'll do, I guess. Took out the arm.
Receiving you.
The Raven is going to move up over this way.
Position
We're in indirect
confirmed.
of everything. And I don't think it's worth firing. Okay. Goodbye, Scimitar. Yep. And we probably don't get it back because vehicles are awful. At least since the latest change. Okay, they're going to fire on the Nidhogg. That's, of course, not ours, and we're completely okay with this. We did manage to remove a lot of armor from those guys. I'm going to sprint the Senshi forward, I think. Actually, that doesn't help us all that much. We're going to position here, and I think we do roll this AC-20 shot. Ooh, that was a big one. That was worth rolling, for sure.
Nice. Got past the armor.
Okay. Fire B moves up. Fires on the Nidhogg. AMS doing its thing.
Talk to me.
The Vulcan is going to move in over this way. And I'm going to Vigilance it here, because the Vulcan is exposed. I would like to fire on this Inner Sphere Standard. Hit odds aren't great because all these guys have stealth generators, but we'll take it. We did get some damage. Oh, that's actually a head destruction.
That's one less.
Okay, that was worth it. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it was. So these guys are going to fire on the Nidhogg, sure. I mean, as far as the first outing goes, this is not terrible. Yeah, we lose the Scimitar, but with a mech, or rather, with a vehicle of that doctrine, where it's pretty much just it wants to get in behind people and hit them with short range, yeah, the vehicle's going to get destroyed.
Orders.
I don't think there's any real way around that. We can position the Raven up here, or even better, right here.
Double time. Let's go.
And we can go for this guy to see if we can narc him.
Target confirmed.
And we did. We did narc him.
I'm out of long-range missiles.
That's great.
I've got your back.
We're going to move in with our Vulcan. We can get into rear arc of this guy.
Moving
And
out.
that's definitely something I want to do. Unfortunately, I don't think we're in rear arc of the other one. No, it's just these two. We're LOS blocked. Okay.
Roger that.
Sure. We'll take that internal damage. Happily. Did we stray shot that into this guy? I think we did.
I live to serve.
Awkward. We're going to move up into the rear arc of these guys if we can find a location for that. This is not a terrible one.
No shooting.
There we
Just
go.
Running.
And we're going to continue trying to get into that rear arc, but we're not doing well on that so far.
Targeting enemy cushion.
We did take out the right arm there, and the right torso.
This just in. Critical hit.
So this guy is very, very low on his health now. 4 damage to the Raven. Okay. We'll allow it. Phase 18, the Fire Bee. Okay, 6 damage to the Centurion. We don't care.
Come on. Send me a real mech warrior.
That is completely fine. The Centurion will close in over here, although... Can we get into that ideal range? There we
Heading
go.
out.
Light him up.
Roger.
That is a lot of damage on that Fire Bee. Is that a knockdown? That's a knockdown. Great. Very happy about that one. And actually, yeah, he took a lot of damage from that knockdown too. They're shooting at the Nidhogg with a machine gun. Singular.
Showing minor damage.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I'm ready.
The Nidhogg is going to... Yeah, I know. We need to move a little further than that. The Nidhogg... No, up here. Like I said, there you go. The Nidhogg is going to move in up over here, and we're going to continue... Oh wait, this is front arc. However, the hit odds on the Galleon are not bad.
Acknowledge.
There we go. 1 dead Galleon. Perfect. That's a fine trade.
Vehicle
We'll take
is
that.
Trashed.
The IS standard moves up. Fires on the Nidhogg. We don't care. It can shoot down the Nidhogg for all we care.
So far, so good.
Yes, Commander.
Our Raven is going to close in over here. This gives us a rear arc on this guy. Or we could sprint and not quite get rear arc on this guy. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to not quite get rear arc here. This is side arc. On what side? Would I call that strong side or weak side? I have no idea. Light him up. Okay. He's currently panicked. Yeah, this is what we're afraid of with the elementals, is their melee attacks. Luckily we missed, or they missed rather. With everything it looks like. Just off camera, but I'm pretty sure everything missed there. Yeah, it did.
How can I help?
That's great. We're going to walk in and melee this guy ourselves. Although, actually, no we're not. We're going to go for this one. Rear arc. Kick. Reason being, this one is the more threatening one. And it hasn't moved yet. Give it a go.
Roger that.
Probably going to miss the kick. Oh, we hit the kick. That's huge. He's now unsteady, which helps out a lot with hitting him. Great.
What do you need?
The Centurion is, of course, going to move in here and finish off the Fire Bee. There we go.
Gotcha.
Wonderful.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
our Nidhogg is going to come in to the rear arc of this guy,
On my way.
who is now unsteady, and we're going to hit him in his rear arc.
Roger it is.
That was a lot.
Ooh, that hit something good.
Very nice.
All out AC-10
The Raven is also going to come up over this way, and actually we're going to melee this guy with the legendary Raven melee attack.
Affirmative. Targeting for physical
So
attack.
effective. Actually, that was pretty effective, in all honesty. The legendary Raven melee attack. I love it. Okay, so all that's left now is this guy. He does have rear arc, but he wasted it firing side arc on the Nidhogg. Okay,
Reporting major armor loss.
sure.
I've got
All
you
that's
covered.
left is this guy. And we're just going to get in behind him, which we absolutely can do. And we are going to fire the Ultra AC-5 despite the fact that we have basically no chance of hitting. And there we go. That went really well, all things considered. The real question is... That was not a milk run, Darius. That was not a milk run. But that did go well. The real question is, do we get back the scimitar? Because losing that on mission 1 would actually be a bit of a blow. I don't think it's an unrecoverable one, but it would definitely be a blow, and would continue to reinforce to me that vehicles are just not great. Hunchback part? Absolutely. And we need to start putting together some... Ooh, an LRM-20 would not be terrible. We need to start putting together some nice salvage bits. That's a terrible way to say that, but you know what I mean. We need to start putting together an inventory. There we go. I think I'll grab the LRM-20. That's a pretty decent one. And I would not mind some heat sinks, but not singleton like that. Maybe the engine core. We could grab the engine core. That'll be okay. Excellent. We are going to sell battle armor, Inferno parts, as well as, I think we'll keep around those Rocket 20s. I have an interesting, kind of hilarious idea for them. We'll get rid of these primitive parts. I'm not interested in them. We will get better things almost instantly. Everything else, we will keep. So the real question is, what happened to the scimitar? And also, RogueTech, why you give me 10 enemies on first mission? Just RogueTech things. Oh well, we navigated it well. We got a little lucky, there's no doubt about that. But I also feel like I played that reasonably well. Probably could have saved the scimitar by keeping it back to have it go in with the Raven and the Vulcan. Okay, so we did get the scimitar back. Perfect. And that's only 1 day of repair for each, so 3 total days? Yeah, that's not bad. And we're profitable already. I like it. It is well past time to put a cut in here, though, as is typical RogueTech fare, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.